We're always sold this idea that building wealth has to be flashy, all about high risk, high reward moves. But what if the real secret is actually kind of boring? Today, we are going to break down 7 super simple, almost invisible habits that are the real bedrock for building a financial fortress by 2026. Does this feel familiar at all? You're sitting at the kitchen table, the bills are all laid out, you just got paid, but it feels like the money has already vanished. Well, here's the good news, and I really want you to hear this. You are not the problem. You're not bad with money. The issue, for pretty much all of us, is just not having a clear, consistent system in place. And, when you don't have a system, you end up on one of 2 paths. On one side, you've got the lazy dreamer. They're always chasing the next hot stock tip, looking for that one magic shortcut. And they just stay stuck. But then there's the fortress builder. They embrace the quiet, consistent, boring habits, and they slowly, deliberately build real, lasting wealth. This explainer right here is your blueprint to make that switch. Okay, but why is it so hard to be a fortress builder? I mean, if it were easy, everyone would do it, right? Before we can even get to the habits, we have to understand what we're up against, because we are all fighting this powerful, invisible force that's literally hardwired into our brains. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I used to be Vasant. That was me, for years. I was spending money I didn't really have on things I didn't truly need, all to send some kind of signal to people who, let's be honest, weren't even paying attention. I was living in this constant state of what I can only call energy debt, just feeling exhausted before the day even began. And this is what had me in its grip: the invisible status trap. It's that deep, primal urge to buy something not for what it does, but for what it says about us. Our brain just craves that lightning-fast dopamine hit from a new purchase. And man, that feeling is so much louder than the slow, quiet, long-term satisfaction of watching an investment grow. But here's the thing, you can absolutely dismantle that trap. It is not unbeatable. So what's coming up now is the blueprint for your escape. These are the 7 foundational habits that build up your defenses and put you firmly back in control. Okay, this is the actionable part. Let's do it. So here's our roadmap. We've got the 15-65-20 rule, the 1-number rule, the 24-hour rule, learning a money word, the digital sunset, the hell yes filter, and finally, the weekly audit. Let's jump right in. All right, first up, the 15-65-20 rule. Think of this as your first line of defense. And the whole game changer with this one is that you pay your future self first. Before a single dollar goes to bills or coffee, 15% is automatically, and that's the key word, automatically, sent to savings or investments. By doing this, you decide what's important before the status trap even gets a chance to tempt you. Number 2 is the 1-number rule. Seriously, for now, just ditch the complicated spreadsheets. I want you to track just one thing every single day, your total spending. That's it. See, awareness is the enemy of the status trap. Just seeing that number clearly, and this is so important, without any judgment, is the most powerful first step to understanding where your money is actually going. Habit 3 is basically our secret weapon against that dopamine hit we were talking about, the 24-hour rule. For any purchase that isn't a true necessity, you just wait 1 day. That's the whole rule. It gives that initial chemical buzz, that excitement, time to fade, and it allows your logical mind to step back into the driver's seat. Okay, habit 4, learn 1 money word a day. The status trap loves it when we feel confused or intimidated by money talk. Building your vocabulary, 1 little word at a time, like compound growth or asset allocation, builds your confidence. And you don't need to become an expert overnight, you just have to get curious. Confidence is a shield, my friends. Habit 5, the digital sunset. Come on, let's be honest, we all do it. That late night scroll through Instagram, looking at these perfectly curated lives. That right there is the status trap in its purest, most toxic form. All you have to do is replace 10 minutes of that comparison scrolling with 10 minutes of learning. Read a financial blog, listen to part of a podcast. You're swapping out a trigger for a tool. Oh, I love this one. Habit 6 is the hell yes filter, and this protects your money and your time. The rule is just so simple. If an invitation to something or a potential purchase doesn't make you feel a gut-level, enthusiastic hell yes, then it's a calm, guilt-free no. It is your ultimate defense against the fear of missing out. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no, period. And finally, habit 7, the weekly audit. This is your 20-minute course correction. It's not a big scary thing. Every Sunday, you just sit down and ask yourself 3 questions. What worked this week? What didn't? And what one little thing will I adjust next week? This is how you start to spot the status trap's patterns and get smarter every single week.
So those are the 7 tools. But just knowing about them isn't doing them, right? And listen, the goal is not perfection. It's just to start. So look at that list again. Which one of those feels the most doable? Which one can you try tonight? Just pick one. That's it.
And this, right here, is where it all leads. Because practicing these habits, it's not just about changing your bank balance. It's about something so much deeper. It's about changing who you are. It's about the person you're actively becoming. This is so important to remember. The status trap is completely fueled by comparison. But your journey is your own. It is not a race against anyone else. Your focus has to be on your own consistency, not on somebody else's highlight reel. I want you to just let this one sink in for a second. Picture the person you hope to be in 2026. Healthier, happier, more secure. That version of you is watching what you do right now. And they are silently hoping, they are cheering you on, begging you not to give up on the simple, boring, foundational work that truly changes everything.
So the real question isn't just about what you'll do, but who you'll become. With these boring, powerful habits as your tools, what kind of fortress will you build? The blueprint is yours now.